You don't actually want people to know you. You think you do. But the moment someone gets close enough to see everything, you disappear. And part of you already knows why. Because being fully seen is a kind of exposure your mind quietly spends your entire life trying to avoid. You say you want someone who gets you, someone who sees the real you. But if that actually happened, if someone looked past your personality, past your habits, past the version of yourself you show the world, and saw everything underneath, you wouldn't feel safe. You'd feel exposed. Because a part of you believes that if people really knew you, they wouldn't stay. And you don't consciously think this. You feel it. In the way you hold back certain thoughts, in the way you filter what you say depending on who you're with, in the way you laugh things off instead of saying how you actually feel. You don't hide randomly. You hide strategically. And that's where this gets uncomfortable. Because your fear of being known isn't really about other people. It's about what you believe is hiding inside you. From early on, you learned something subtle but powerful. That being fully yourself wasn't always safe. Maybe you said something honest once and got judged. Maybe you showed emotion and got dismissed. Maybe you were too much, too quiet, too sensitive, too different. And without realizing it, your mind built a system, a version of you that could exist safely, a version that would be accepted, liked, understood just enough but never completely. And over time, that version became who you think you are. But it's not. It's a curated identity, carefully edited, carefully controlled, and you've been maintaining it longer than you realize. Because the real you feels unpredictable, and unpredictability feels dangerous. So now, even in your closest relationships, you hold something back. Not everything, just enough. Enough to protect yourself. Enough to make sure that if things go wrong, it won't destroy you completely. Think about it. Think about the last time someone asked how you really were. Did you tell the truth? There are things you've never told anyone. Not because they're huge secrets, but because they feel revealing. Small thoughts, insecurities, contradictions, the parts of you that don't fit the image. And when someone gets close to those parts, you feel it. That slight discomfort, that urge to change the subject, to joke, to redirect. Because something in you whispers, careful, this is where people leave. This is where you pull back. And here's the part most people never realize. The fear isn't just that someone will see you, it's that they'll see you and confirm what you already suspect. That you're not enough, or that you're too much, that something about you isn't quite right. And if that gets validated, you can't unsee it. So it feels safer to stay partially known, to exist in that middle space where people see a version of you, but not the full picture. Because as long as no one sees everything, you can still believe that the hidden parts might be acceptable, that maybe they wouldn't reject you. But the moment everything is exposed, there's no room left for that illusion. And that's why real intimacy feels so intense. Not because it's romantic, but because it's risky. When someone starts to understand you on a deeper level, when they notice patterns you didn't even realize you had, when they call out things you've been quietly hiding, it doesn't just feel connecting, it feels threatening. No mask left. And this is where people do something strange. They sabotage, not always in obvious ways. Sometimes it's subtle, pulling away when things get too close, becoming less available, creating distance without explaining why. You tell yourself you're just protecting your peace, but really, you're protecting your image. Because if they get too close, they'll see everything. And if they see everything, you lose control over how you're perceived. And control is what makes you feel safe. But here's the quiet contradiction. The same thing you're protecting yourself from is the thing you actually want. To be known, to be understood without explaining everything, to be seen and not rejected. But you can't have that without risk, without exposure, without letting someone see the parts of you you've spent years hiding. And that's why most people live in a loop, wanting connection, avoiding exposure, getting close, then pulling away, over and over again. Because being partially known feels manageable, but being fully known feels like standing without armor. And you've worn that armor for so long, you don't even know who you are without it. So the real question isn't why are you afraid of being known? It's deeper than that. It's this: what do you believe someone would find if they truly saw you? Because whatever your answer is, that's what you've been protecting. And maybe that's also what's been quietly keeping you alone.